Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lauren Walker, the Skull Brothers.
All right, welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. We have Wild on Wednesday number 8 today. We're totally going off what we said, it was going to be a card showcase. I guess it's kind of a card showcase.
Yeah,
in a way.
This one's really wild.
Right. We're going to show
the hunt for retail.
The hunt for retail, yeah. This is kind of a typical week. There was one thing that wasn't so typical, but we're going to get into that a little bit. I got some clips that will show that of some things that happened during the week. Talk a little bit about what I do, and I do have a little bit of luck finding stuff, and also wanted to just give some tips that I think that could help you potentially. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun to do it.
It seems to potentially help you.
Yeah. It helps me for sure. I just want to talk before we show the little compilation of the week. On Tuesday, I did get a little bit of Prizm, but I didn't have to be at the store. I built a relationship and a great guy, and he got a little lucky, and he was willing to split a little bit of what he got. So
he was at the store when the stalker showed up.
He was at the store when the stalker showed up. Yeah,
and he shared his split, right?
Yeah. There was like 6 or 7, so he shared a little bit of what he got.
Cool.
So that's one of the tips. We're going to recap everything at the end. Wednesday, we took a big road trip. That's kind of out of the norm.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun doing it. Didn't have any luck for ourselves, but did find a little bit for a friend, which is going to kind of tie into some of the things that we're going to talk about.
It was about a 5-hour, 4.5, 5 hour.
It was a big road trip. Yeah.
Yeah. We had fun doing it. We chatted the whole time. We went in and, you did pick up a couple boxes for somebody else, right?
Yeah,
so that was a score.
Score. And we had a lot of fun chatting and all that fun stuff. Yeah. And then Thursday, which will be on the video, was a normal stock day. There was 11 people waiting, which I know is kind of commonplace in a lot of areas, but that's the most I've seen waiting at one of our stores. Typically it's in the 5 to 7 range. So to break double digits was kind of interesting, to be honest with you.
Now, prior, whenever the stalker let somebody, like the first guy show up, first come, first serve, before they started splitting, would you typically see that many people waiting around? So once they started doing the split, they started to swarm like sharks.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is people are learning the stock day. And trying to anticipate, okay, know it's going to be around this time. I'm going to show up and I'm going to wait. And so that's another way. So real quick, we'll interject the videos, or we'll put them in right here. And it was kind of fun finding stuff, not finding stuff, and all that fun stuff.
How did you kind of target in on what the stock day was?
We'll talk about that after the videos here.
Okay.
So we'll show the videos real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll just kind of talk about. And I got like 5 or 6 things written down, and we'll talk about that too. All right, a week of searching for cards. Today's Monday, January 11th. Just got done with work, running into Walmart real quick, see what they got. Let's see what we can find. All right, struck out at Walmart tonight. We'll check it out tomorrow. All right, day 2, store 2. Check this one real quick. This one could trigger other stores that are a potential, so we'll see what's up. All right. All right, I didn't have any luck out of town today, but I'll put in the messages that I received that I did get lucky. I didn't even have to make it to the store on time. Got to go try and make some friends that will share. I'm on my way to go get some. I'll show you what I got. All right, it's Wednesday. Running into this Target real quick. This is the one with the lockbox, so be curious to see if anything is in it. Let's go see what's in there. All right, no luck in there. lots of tops update, but not interested in tops update. Talked with one of the employees and asked if they kept anything behind the service counter, and they don't up here. She kind of looked at me like I was crazy, but I told her it's happening around the country. So, all right, maybe a big trip later. Talk to you. All right, it's Wednesday afternoon. Just got done with work. Didn't have any luck up in one town, so picked Lauren up and told them we're going for a road trip. No more beer runs for us. We're too damn old for that, so we're gonna go for a card run. By the magic of YouTube, we'll see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, just pulled into the first town. We decided to swing into Walgreens. Usually Walgreens doesn't have anything, but in this particular town that we're going to, the Walmart has an unusual amount of cards. Maybe not what we want, but they have an unusual amount, so we thought we'd check it out. All right, let's do it. Well, more tops update and some prime packs that we're not interested in, but it was worth trying. All right, we're running into Walmart. It's about an hour and a half away. Trying to make the decision if we're gonna take another 45-minute run after this. Big decision. All right, let's see what they got. Well, we didn't hit anything, but the store has update, lots of wrestling, Topps Heritage still, some non-wrestling stuff.
Topps Chrome wrestling.
Yeah. And a boatload of update as usual. Some Topps Gallery. Oh well. All right, we took a further drive out. Probably going to be a mistake, but we were this far. We thought we better check. All right. All right, it's Thursday. Just got done with work. It's traditional stock day at this Walmart. We'll see. It was already stocked on Tuesday. That's where I got some of my stuff that I showed earlier in the video through a buddy. So he's supposed to be here today too. So hopefully we both get in and get a little bit of stuff. We'll let you know. Waited longer than I wanted to and never showed up. So I'm gonna miss if they end up showing up later. All right, it's Friday. Just checked both local Walmart and Target that I don't usually go to. They were both super empty. Pretty much a lost cause for this week. Don't think I'll be checking this weekend, so all right. All right, so all those were kind of fun to do. I enjoy the chase, so that's kind of why I do it. I know some people might be like, oh, what a waste of time, but kind of brings me back to my younger days when we go to my relative's house and there was a Rexall drugstore not too far from here, actually, and getting to run over there with a couple bucks because, you know, packs were like 50 cents a pack. Yeah. And it was like, man, are they going to have cards? And is it going to be just Topps, or are they going to have Fleer and Donruss? That was the only store that I knew of and that I went to that had those, you know, so that was a big score if I got that.
I was actually showing my sister one of those boxes. It was, I think, a hanger or something. And it had 32 cards in it. I said, yeah, this costs $20. And I said, for $20, we used to buy a whole box with 36 packs, with 15 cards in each one. So literally what you're getting for your 32 cards is $20. And, you know, when we were kids, 30 cards costed you $1. So
right.
Obviously you were excited to hit a $1 Mark McGuire or you know, Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders or whatever sport you're in. And now, you know, you're looking at the big hits being thousands of dollars potentially. So there is a big difference
for sure
in the payoff as well these days.
So we'll go over a couple of things that I have written down here. Obviously, number one, you have to go look. I mean, there's just no, you know, obviously it seems kind of obvious, but I've talked to people and they're like, oh, I don't even go look. I'm like, well, then why are you even saying anything? You know, it's kind of baffling to me. So the first thing is you really have to learn the stock days. and you have to test your theory on the stock days. What I did basically is when I go to the store, I'll look at the shelf. I might even take a picture of the shelf to see if anything changed about the shelf. As crazy as it sounds, a lot of times you can tell by if there's a new tag, because a lot of times the displays just get taken. So you have to maybe rely on the tag, which now they don't even bother with that because they're just handing out the cards before they make it on the shelf. The card display area is shrinking. They get 16 feet versus 32 feet because they say they don't ever have anything on the shelf. I'm like, yeah, that's because they're handing it right out of the box. Mm-hmm. So they're losing shelf space due to this too. I also have a couple buddies that I've made recently, and we all look. So between all of us, we've kind of narrowed down potential days of when the person's going to be there. So, which this all sounds kind of really crazy, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. But if you want to find stuff, it isn't as easy as just going there. I've ran into several people. They're like, there's never cards on the shelf. I'm like, yeah, if you're not here when the stalker's here,
right,
you're not going to get it. This is about as far as I'm going to go as far as trying to find it. I just got word that one of the stalkers quit because there was a tracker on her car. Yeah, somebody put a tracker on her car to know where she was. Oh, my
goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy. Literally just happened like in the last week. So that kind of goes back to, making friends and when you're in the card aisle and you meet somebody, just start talking to them, and what I really want to find out is, are they ripping or are they flipping? Don't see nothing wrong with either one. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sharing information with somebody that's flipping. I'm just not, that's just a personal thing, I guess.
The flipper probably isn't going to share information with you either.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They tend to have a little bit more time, so they're not worried about if I'm going to beat them or not. So, matter of fact, the guy this week that I talked to did tell me about a store that isn't around us that his buddy gets free reign at, which, yeah. And he ended up hitting a local Walmart and dropped $1,800 because he was there when the stalker was there and no one else was. So
another road trip, Kevin?
No. This was in town that he got lucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, formed a few friendships, relationships, whatever you want to call, and I helped them and they helped me basically. We also have an Instagram group that there's about 6 of us that are a part of that we all look, and I know I've passed on a lot of cards too. And I've gotten some in return, and we all look out for each other. So that's another thing you can do. As crazy as it is, you can ask friends and family, which some of this, people might have already thought of, but in case you haven't, I've have family in multiple different states. They don't take special trips, but when they go to the store, they look, and all it takes is somebody and going to the store at the right time and finding some stuff. Obviously everybody knows the places to look, the Walmarts, the Targets, the Myers or whatever they call it. But, also CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, the drugstores, Dollar stores, even Barnes and Noble. I seen Thriceroni run into some Topps Chrome. Oh, wow. He posted that. Some other people are posting that they've seen Prizm and Mosaic at Walgreens and CVS. I've never found it. I've only found Prime Packs. And on our road trip, we actually stopped at a Walgreens and there was some Topps update.
Topps updates seem to be at every single store.
Right. Yeah. If I wanted Topps update, I could have no problem getting Topps update. So, and then the other one I was going to talk about a little bit is some alternatives. One of the boxes of Prizm that I show in the picture, I'll show what I got right here during the week. And I ended up getting into a Raz with one of our friends on YouTube. I don't like Razes, but he was doing it. I'm like, oh, what the heck? So I bought 2 spots and I hit a Prizm box. So I got it for cost, basically.
Nice.
I personally won't do it again, but there's other alternatives to try. Everybody has to remember that your time is money. Maybe you don't want to spend the time looking. Maybe you could just go and buy the secondary pricing. I mean, when I think about the time we spent and what I value my time at, it'd be cheaper for me just to buy the secondary. Really, I mean, when it comes down to it. But yeah, I just won't do it. I'd rather waste my time, I guess. Buy old wax. I know there's several people that open some older stuff on their channel, and I know up at our local card shop, we could go up and just load up with old wax if we really wanted to. As much as we like 87 Topps baseball, he had to buy the rack pack up there. We could load up on it and just have fun ripping that too.
Yeah.
And I guess, what kind of goes back to our theory is just buy singles of the cards you want and build yourself one hell of a PC.
Yeah. I listen to all this craziness. And I'm just like, it's so much easier to go on eBay and hit the bid button.
Right. And there's so many ways to buy PC too. So, I mean, I don't know. To each their own. I just thought that, obviously going there and looking is the biggest thing. And, searching behind the boxes, sometimes people try to hide stuff. I have found some stuff that way that gets pushed down into the Pokemon section. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. My biggest ways that I've done it is just being consistent and looking, making friends and having multiple eyes on the shelves. That's all you can really do. I wish everybody good luck. I kind of have come down to the point where this week was a little bit more intense just to kind of see what I could find in a week. And I passed on a lot of stuff. I mean, we could have loaded up on baseball, but we don't really collect baseball too much.
No.
I definitely moved on. I think I moved 6 boxes of baseball to some friends that I know that do collect baseball. And we're glad to get it. So
I know one of a few of our friends were talking about the Topps 2020 update and just how you can just get your hands on that pretty easily. And they're like, and then nobody wants it though, because 2 or 3 years from now, people might be kicking themselves for not scooping all that stuff up.
Right.
Honestly, we should just buy a few boxes just to sit on them. Who knows if the next Mike Trout might not be sitting in there, you know?
In the little slide that we showed at the Target that has the lock boxes, it was jam packed full of Topps 2020.
Yeah, that's
the update. It was loaded. I mean, I guess I can grab a Mega next time I'm up there just to stash it. But yeah, that was our fun. I mean, tell us what you guys do. You guys having any luck finding any? What do you do to find it? I'm down to just, I'll look at a couple stores and then I'll just, look with my buddies up here and see if we can't get lucky here and there. But really, it's very few and far in between, or whatever the saying is, that you actually hit, and the days of getting the big load are, I think, over up here for sure.
I know that you've asked me to stop even by the store on my way home from work and check, because it's a stock day, and I'll swing in there and I've had no luck. But when the one time that I actually hit, I was just like, you just your heart races. This is like so exciting. It's such a adrenaline rush to actually hit, and I don't even care about ripping backs,
Right.
But it was such an adrenaline rush, honestly,
to find it. Yeah,
it's almost like I grew up in Western North Dakota, was a hunter. And I don't especially like shooting animals, but whenever I did shoot an animal, it was pretty exciting.
Right. Oh, man. So, yeah, I guess that's what we want people to do, is comment below what you guys do to find it. Because, maybe I'm missing something and can incorporate that into how I'm looking. But really, we don't rip a lot on the channel. So, short of our Showdown series.
Yeah, I do love
enough.
I do love ripping on our Showdown series, because I do love the competition. I mean, it adds that to it.
Yeah.
There's also, I don't even ever really even think that I'm ever going to hit anything big. I just don't expect to.
Right.
I just want to hit more better cards than you do. And then, but whenever, I think I ripped first last time, and I was like rooting for you to actually hit something good.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh yeah, we could actually hit something good. It's not just, I hope Kevin, I didn't want you to rip a bad pack worse than mine.
Right. Oh man. Well, that was fun. It was a fun week. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy the searching and we had a fun car ride and, but those kind of rides are over. I think, unless I get real ambitious and try and hit that store that Flipper told me about. All right. That'll bring Wild on Wednesday number 8 to a close, huh?
Skull Brothers out.